Let's take a look at discrimination in recruitment. Recruitment methods create applicant pools from which employees are ultimately selected and are vital to ensuring equal employment opportunities. Unless an employer's recruiting efforts reach a broad spectrum of the available workforce and successfully convey the employer's sincere desire that all qualified candidates apply, the most careful selection processes still will not be completely equal. Discrimination in recruitment is especially insidious and difficult to combat. Frequently, the victims of discrimination at this early stage of the employment process are unaware that they've been excluded from potential opportunity. Cases challenging discriminatory recruitment practices are often brought by the EEOC. If we look only at selection rates and hiring decisions, we might miss the fact that relatively few women or persons of color have come forward to be considered for employment. One reason for this reluctance may be that if an employer is known or reputed to be hostile to hiring women or persons of color, those job seekers might not want to waste their time by applying. Alternatively, an applicant pool might lack diversity because the methods used to communicate the available employment opportunity reach only a restricted and homogeneous portion of the qualified and available workforce. Because recruitment procedures affect the composition of the applicant pool, finding evidence of discrimination requires comparing the applicant pool to those in the labor market who might have applied if they'd had known about the opportunity. That is, the employer's applicant pool should be compared to the protected class composition of people who are qualified for the type of work in question and reside within a reasonable recruitment area. The fact that fewer women and men apply for jobs as electrical engineers does not necessarily mean that there is anything wrong with the firm's recruiting methods, if men are more likely to do this type of work. But if the applicant pool contains a much smaller percentage of women than the percentage of women in the area workforce who are qualified and work as electrical engineers, that would be evidence of discrimination in recruitment. A less refined comparison with the general population or workforce is acceptable when the job in question calls for general skills that most people would possess. The EEOC has collaborated to create a database from the census that provides reasonably detailed benchmarks for use by employers and in discrimination cases.